channel. If you're new, I'm Shweta, and today in the Shoot the Breeze Talk series, we are going to be talking about fitness and health and my fitness journey so far. So I will be telling you, of course, my journey, a little bit of tips and tricks, do's and don'ts that I've learned through this journey, and I really hope this helps you. So let's not wait any further and jump straight onto it. So my fitness journey started during this lockdown, which is during April of 2020. Before that, I did like working out, but I never used to have the time for it, or I just didn't do it very consistently. So, and I didn't look at the need for me to do it, but I realized I needed to start working out on it was like there was like a sports day in our school, and we had to do like different activities. I was able to do all the very easy ones, obviously, but when it came to cardios and exercises that needs you to be very active, my stamina level was really bad. During running, we had to go around the ground for like 3 times, I guess, and I barely could do one. Because I don't know, I've not been very active these past few years. Actually, I don't do sports. The only thing that I do as in being active is like go up and down the stairs in school. That is climb 3 floors, but other than that, there was no active session in my life or day-to-day basis. So I knew I had to do something about it, but I really couldn't take any action immediately because I had my board exams starting, and correctly at the ending of my board exams, lockdown started, and this was my only golden opportunity to start working out. So me and my sister planned that we would do workout challenges, which was very popular on YouTube during that time, because obviously everyone were at home and everybody's opportunity of working out came during that time, and there was a lot of videos and challenges, and the one that we took up was the Chloe Ting 2 weeks challenge. At first when I started doing it, it was very tough, because obviously I hadn't been active, and doing something like a workout that gives you results in 2 weeks, as the video said, is obviously going to be hard, because the amount of pressure that's going to be on each video is obviously increasing, because it's just results in like 2 weeks. So we did that, and during that process, I think the first week of the workout was really tough. Like I was done with working out the first week, but we really pushed ourselves. I think it's very helpful to have like a workout buddy with you, like a partner who you can work out with. So it can be your siblings, family, friends, anyone, because you can motivate each other when one doesn't feel like doing it, and you can keep track of others' progress. So I think that is what really helped me, because the days I was down, my sister used to say it's just like a few more weeks and we'll get through the challenge, and it was the other way around also. And the second week of my workout, there was like 2 weeks in the workout, right? So the second week went much easily, and I was able to see that my stamina was increasing. So I knew that I was on the right path. I knew I was doing my workouts right. And here's another tip that I want to tell you guys. When you start like a workout that you see on YouTube, please make sure that you see the video properly once or twice before doing the workout. Don't just start doing the workout along with it, because you don't have anyone to like supervise what you're doing, right? And even if it's your siblings, unless and until they've been to the gym and they know what their workouts are, it can really create problems, because if you don't do it with the proper posture and all of that, you're gonna have a bad time. You can like concentrate on that on a different spot. So please make sure you see the procedures and the positions correctly before you start working out from videos on YouTube. So after I finished my 2-week challenge of Chloe Ting, I knew that I shouldn't stop, and it was very important to not continue the same thing over again. So I had to like change to something else. Please make sure that you don't do the same workout continuously. That is, make sure that you put in some variations, different videos, because if you keep doing one type of exercise or a video continuously, your body is gonna get so accustomed to it and it won't be able to do other type of workouts. So please make sure that you do full body workouts and try different workouts every twice a month. Like make sure like 2 weeks you do one type of videos and then the other 2 weeks you do different type of videos. So that is that. And another thing that I've learned is that when you're seeing a YouTube fitness video, they keep telling you engage your core, and you're like, wait, what is engaging your core? I've seen a lot of people, actually I myself thought it was sucking in your air and like expanding your ribcage. So basically you do not inflate them. It's not how you do it. You should keep breathing while you're working out and do not catch your breath. That's not what engaging your core means. Okay, so this was hard for me to get it first, but I saw an example and that really worked for me, and I'm going to tell that to you. It's kind of funny, but still, imagine that you want to go to the restroom and know that you can't go to the restroom. So what do? So you'll kind of tighten your muscles in your abdomen, right? So you kind of tighten them, and doing that is what engaging your core is. So make sure you kind of tighten the abdomen. You don't like open up your rib cage like that. If you know what it means, if it makes sense. So that is what engaging your core is, and you have to tighten that part. So when you touch it, you know it'll feel hard right below your abdomen. So that is a tip for you guys to know how engaging your core means. And another thing that I highly suggest doing is measuring your body in inches and not in weights. That is, what I mean by that is, make sure you take a measuring tape and measure. Like if it's hips, measure your hips, and then if it's like lower belly, measure that. Don't go by weight. That is, don't stand on a weighing scale and see your progress through that. I mean, you can have that as a reference, but a lot of people see by their weight, like if they are having any progress. But I know by like experience that after I started working out, there's obviously been some reduction in my weight, but there's also been increase sometimes, and I'll tell you why. It's because when you're working out, you have muscle growth, and muscle growth is good, and having to cut down fat is also very important, and that's when you have muscle growth. So that kind of goes hand in hand, and I'll kind of explain this to you. Okay, imagine a bag of 1 kg of tomatoes, and imagine a 1 kg dumbbell. So the 1 kg of tomatoes is the fat in your body, and 1 kg dumbbells is the muscle. So if you put it on a weighing scale, it's gonna show the same weight, but when you physically look at it, you know the bag of tomatoes is more, and that is the fat. So in your body, if you look at it and if you have fat, it's gonna look huge when you look at it, but it's 1 kg. And if you see muscle in somebody else's body, and it's still gonna be 1 kg. And having muscle growth is good. So when you won't know the difference if you have fat or muscle when you're like on a weighing scale, right? So I think it's very useful if you kind of measure yourself in inches, like with a measuring tape, instead of weighing yourself on a weighing scale. And when you are doing YouTube workouts, like when I started doing, I used to do all these popular fitness YouTubers videos. So they used to have like links to their results, like how people like take videos of the results of each challenge that they do, and they kind of link it in the description. And I click on that and I see, and everybody's doing the same workout with the same effort, but there's changes in only some people's body, which is that way because everybody's body is different. So if a workout doesn't work for somebody else, doesn't mean it won't work for you. So you really have to try before you take a decision on whether you want to do the workout or not. Just because that person got a result doesn't mean you will get it either. So please make sure that you are confident that you will get it, because when you don't have the confidence that if you will get it or not, I don't think it'll work. So that kind of goes in self-love videos. So I have self-love videos, so I'll give the link to that in my description below, or you can go to my channel and then see that. Okay, so please make sure that you don't trust what's on YouTube. I mean, not that the results that are on YouTube, because everybody's result is going to be different. So now I'm going to come to the second part of the video, which is about the food. So fitness, I mean workouts and food go hand in hand. So you can't just do a lot of workouts and eat whatever you want, nor can you not eat anything and not do workouts at all. So you have to have a good balance between both. And for me, I was such a foodie. I used to be a hoarder. I used to eat a lot, but during this quarantine, funny story, we in my house, we don't have a lot of junk, because I don't know, we have a very staple, my family is pretty healthy, I don't know, we never used to like buy a lot of snacks. We still don't actually. Like if you came to my house, we won't have like bags of chips or anything like that, to be honest, unless it's like biscuits or something like that. We won't have like chips or snacks. Even during the time when we used to go to school and all of that, we used to have normal food. Okay, so during this quarantine, we saw a lot of people who like bought like huge bags of snacks, because during the lockdown you really couldn't go anywhere and buy things. So seeing that, we knew that we'll be bored at home. So to cure our boredom, we said we're gonna go buy a lot of snacks and all of that. And we went to the shop and we bought a lot of snacks. I don't think I've like bought a bulk of snacks, like that big bulk of snacks before. So we bought that, but right after we actually bought it was our plan when we started to work out. So what we did was, before we started our workout challenge, we took 2 days, completely binge ate everything that we had, and knowing that we won't be able to go out and buy anymore, because obviously lockdown, you really couldn't go, and that was our only way to success, right? So you couldn't go out and buy snacks, so, and nor did you have snacks at home. So the only way you have to do your fitness is without junk and properly do how you're supposed to do your workouts. So we ate and then we started our workouts. Now what I want to tell is that when you're eating, please be conscious of what you're eating, and do not cut down on anything. So some people are like, oh, you have to cut down on carbs to get like abs or have a proper physique. That is a total myth, because your body needs every type of food, let it be carbs or fats or proteins or whatever it is, it needs everything. And I'm not telling that you can eat white pastas and white breads and you can have a better physique. That is not what I'm telling. You can find alternatives to like carbs. So instead of eating like white bread, you can have like whole wheat bread. It's still bread, it's that what you want to eat. So it's very important to find like alternatives to like bad food, I guess, like to like white pastas and white breads is not very good for your health, and which is why you can choose alternatives. And me, I love cheese, so I just can't live without cheese. So now also I have cheese. I still have junk like when my mom makes, but I know what I'm eating and I know I have to control, because it's not good for me. I shouldn't hoard myself, but I'll eat till I get fulfilled. Wow, fulfilled. Right. It's very important to have that balance, and unless you have like a problem to like milk products and all of that, don't really cut down on them, because they're very important for your body to do what it has to do. So don't cut down on anything. And another thing is, when you don't feel like doing something, don't do it. It can be about workouts or eating like healthy food. If you don't do it wholeheartedly, it is waste of time. You are going to get frustrated and at last no results, right? So there are days where I don't feel like working out, so I try my best to work out 5 times a week minimum. I try my best to do 6, but I know one day I'll take off in a week, and that day I'll probably eat what I want to, and like obviously every day I eat what I want to, but a much more unhealthy version of food will be in that one day. And I work 3 weeks in a month, so 1 week is kept aside for my chums, and that week I don't work out at all. But if you feel like working out, you can totally go ahead and do it. So I work out 5 times a week minimum, and I do it for 3 weeks. Right, so and the healthy food part, I'll tell you what I eat in a day, right? So in the morning, it's like bread, like it's a toast, and I have coffee. And during lunch, it's a very basic South Indian food like rice and curry and vegetables. And during night, it's probably like dosa or idli, or if there's anything nice like pastas, obviously that. But sometimes for pasta we don't add cheese or anything, we just put like these Maggi masalas that we get. So it's not really like, I don't know, is it unhealthy? I don't think so. But like the pasta shells that we use are like maybe wheat sometimes. It's very rarely white, so we use different type of pasta shells that are actually good for you. And if you do have white pasta also, please make sure that you have it under limit. And when you are feeling full, stop, don't hoard yourself. You can have that meal or food another time, it's not gonna go away, so don't hoard yourself with food. So I hope this video helped you guys to learn something new, and I hope it inspired you to have a much more healthy and basic, a very active lifestyle. If you did like this video, don't forget to click on the like button and click on the subscribe button to see more videos like this one, and I'll see you guys in my next one.